Hey, it's Melinda here. And we're coming into the spring months, and I was just reflecting back on the winter. And there was this trip that I had. It was to the mastermind, one of my mastermind events. And I was with 50 of my colleagues. And this one particular night, 6 of us were in a gondola heading to dinner. And we got to talking about the biggest fears that we struggled with on our journey to create successful businesses. And I thought you might be able to relate. So I wanted to share those 6 with you. I've written them down just so I don't mix them up or mess them up, because I really want it to be authentic to the experience that we had, because it was really eye-opening. The first individual shared that they really struggled with sharing their own voice, was how they described it. Really not so much imitating others or doing what others think they should do, but really finding their own voice and being confident in sharing it. And that was a big struggle. And they're in multiple 7-figure, right now. They've been doing this for years, and this is still a very real fear that they face every day. Another one shared that the thought he had regularly in his head, and this is somebody that's been doing this for over 20 years, again, multi-7-figure business owner, and the thought he has is, well, who the hell am I to tell other people what to do, right? And that sense of feeling like a fraud sometimes creeps up. And again, this is something, it's not just something that I hear from startup coaches, because I do hear these things from them. These are well-established business owners and leaders in the industry. My own that I shared in this conversation, it was actually stemmed from something my dad said. And he was talking about a colleague of his that he knows, and he commented about her being more gifted than she is confident in what she's doing. And that's something that I really struggle with. I really struggle with owning the wisdom that I have collected over the years, owning the brilliance that is within me, and being confident in sharing that with others. Even after 14, almost 15 years, this is something that I really face every day, and have to be conscious of how I move through it. To take control of who I am and what I know, so I can share that in a generous way with our community and our tribe. Another one shared a very similar, they're kind of variations on the same theme, but the way his sounds in his head is being a leader. Because in his business, he's got a large community, being a thought leader to them, leading and guiding them, and he says, who the hell am I? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? And he feels like a hypocrite. A lot of times he's like, I'm learning just as much as you. Now he's farther down the path than a lot of people in the startup phase. But again, over 25 years, this gentleman's been in business, and this is still something that comes up regularly. The next one she shared with us, that she has this deep fear of being seen. She was able to root it back to something that happened to her in high school. Maybe you can find your location of your fear, maybe not, but it was very real and is still very real for her. Even though she supports hundreds of individuals in creating multi-million-dollar events and experiences, something for her is being seen, putting herself out there, finding the courage to do that so she can support her clients in the profound ways that she does. And then the last one was the fear of letting people down. Just this big heart of wanting to support and help people. And then this fear of, well, not a fear, but kind of a need of being liked by everybody. And that stems right into her fear of letting others down, and how real that is when she's teaching her trainings or facilitating her group programs or working one-on-one with her clients. Just this fear of, am I going to let people down? And I know I could relate to all of these. A lot of these came up when we were when we did our first ever event earlier this year. And they're very real, and they come up. So whether you've been in business for one day or 1 month, a year or 10 years or 20 years, know that different fears are going to come up as you evolve through your business. It's not that the fears will go away. It's that you tap into your courage. Your courage just has to be 1 degree louder than your fear. And in order for that to be a reality, you cannot isolate yourself. You must surround yourself with like-minded, conscious individuals to support you along the way and for you to support others. That law of reciprocity, that giving and receiving, helps keep our courage strong so we can face every day and get ourselves out there. The world needs your work. We don't have time to mess around. So how can you tap into your courage today so it's 1 degree louder than your fears of getting your work out in this world? If you have other fears that we didn't share here, I'd love to hear them. Post them below. There's a lot of power in articulating them and coming together in this like-minded community and doing so. We got your back. You got this. Let's make it a great day.